In Christianity, they are a special category. They are God's chosen people. Are they? Yeah, that's what we've been told. So here's the thing. This video likely isn't even going to get seen because I've tried uploading a video. Even before that video I posted with the two girls talking about what's in that bill, how we can't talk about the Jews and Christ. And, but I had already been trying to upload a video laying out the case for why America's about being equal. We shouldn't be separating people into categories. That's not what America's about. But nobody, it just won't let me upload it. It uploads, but it never goes to my menu or my videos. So, and there's absolutely nothing that would be a community a violation, except that I'm speaking the truth. We don't have people that are speaking the truth. We just don't. There's not a media that speaks the truth. Glenn Beck isn't speaking the truth. He speaks a whole lot of truth, except the truth of the Bible, which is the most important part. So you want to say that the Jews are in a special category. Maybe so. But when the New Testament arrived, when Jesus arrived, wasn't the covenant broken? I mean, not by, you know what, and this is not anti-Semitism. This is straight up honesty. And the amount of comments in my last two videos I've gotten, like, see you next Tuesday, you're a sandal licker. It's almost as if we've had some people wanting to undermine America since the very beginning. And what have I been saying for years now? Like, what they've wanted to undermine America for is because America was founded under Jesus Christ values. So where other people didn't want to acknowledge Jesus Christ, and many of the Jewish people do. So they're not, that's separate. That's not part of this. But there's clearly some people, especially in the House and the Congress, all through our media, everywhere, they're everywhere, that have gotten into the highest of positions that seem to think that they are special chosen people. And I get that it all goes back to Abraham, but that covenant that was made in the Old Testament with the Jews, that was contingent on them holding up their end of the bargain. And their end of the bargain, time and time again, for some of them, has been that they do not want to acknowledge Jesus Christ as the Messiah. So nobody's going to like my videos. It's interesting that this bill has the very thing I've been talking about recently, which is that they called for what happened to Jesus. That's not being anti-Semitic. That's what the word of truth says. So you can think in Christianity, because yes, that's what I've been taught too. They're the chosen people. They're the first of many. Maybe that's why they didn't like the New Testament, is because then there were other chosen people. Yes, Jesus talked about the chosen people in the New Testament. Those that are called, some are called, but don't show up. I'm paraphrasing, but it's basically those that are called, those who show up, they serve. So when a covenant is made with God, that covenant is contingent on both parties. So when the Pharisees and so many of the leaders of the Jewish church did not want to acknowledge Jesus for who he was, and then continued to do that, and they were really the people that went on to persecute the Jews that did carry the word, and many others, then you broke the covenant, because the people that the Jews that do believe in Jesus, they know that, they understand the new covenant because it's in the New Testament. But apparently we still have some Pharisees around, and they seem to want to see themselves as a special group. Jesus said in the New Testament, all are equal. Neither Jew nor Greek is over anyone else. So it's kind of convenient then for the Pharisee types, right? We only will acknowledge the Old Testament, so then we can always be just the chosen one. We can just ignore that other stuff, even though there's millions of us that know the New Testament is the New Testament. It is Jesus was God incarnate. And now all of a sudden this bill comes out, putting Jews in this special category, which doesn't help anyone. It will just cause more resentment, especially with the people in the Middle East. Now, I don't support Hamas. I don't support anything that these Palestinian protesters are doing. But because this has all happened, it's brought to light the people that think that they're better than everyone else. And who in the Old Testament thought that they were better than everyone else? The Pharisees, the leaders of the Jewish church. And then there were the other Jews that went on to change the world forever in a positive way. But we apparently still have some Pharisees around. And they think that they're going to dictate in America what we can say about the Bible, and Glenn Beck is going to back that. So Glenn Beck should not talk about being a Christian. No. You don't have to take someone's life by actually committing the act. If you call for it to happen, and it wouldn't have happened without you calling for it, then you're responsible too. This is exactly what Jesus talked about. My, it's so amazing to me, everything going on. Because I sometimes I don't really know where, like, I'll say things and I don't know where it's coming from, to be honest. Yet I've made a point ever since, and well, for most of my life being sober, to stay close to Jesus. And most especially since 2020, really since 2018, I just have not strayed from that. And when you stay close, you know things and you don't know how you know them. So here's the thing. The people doing this to this country that have been trying to undermine it because our values are placed with Jesus Christ being the Messiah, those people that have been trying to undermine America, that want to be seen as chosen people and the special ones and the special category, their destruction is imminent. It is. Not by me or anybody else. No, by the very person they denied. Because they didn't want a God. God is the one that chooses the people. But the Pharisees wanted to decide for everybody else. Yeah, that doesn't work for God. So that's the reason God has placed in people's hearts, or however you want to look at it, exactly what the truth is. And there is many that know that truth and know that exactly what I'm saying is true. They can make all the bills they want. They can try to remove people's videos for talking about Jesus and the Jews and the crucifixion. But I don't know where it comes from, and it's not coming from me. I mean, it's not that I would do anything. All I'm saying is that destruction is imminent for those people. Because America was founded on Jesus being the Messiah, which is why other countries hate America, and is why America has been blessed, and why America is a special country. And it is why the people that have tried to undermine it, their destruction is imminent.